I mean, for everybody, there is a lot more questions than answers right now in this case. And a lot of people had been waiting for this. A lot of people wondering why David had not been named a suspect just yet. Well, TMZ had spoken to law enforcement sources that tell us that as of right now, David is being viewed as a suspect. And also, it's important to note that we're not aware of any paperwork, any documentation that says that David is a suspect, but this is what law enforcement sources are telling us. But it's also important to note that this source in law enforcement tells us that as a part of the investigation, they're actually looking at the fact that David, way back in April or spring of 2025, had actually gone out to Santa Barbara, to a remote area in the middle of the night, and spent several hours there. And we don't know exactly why he did this. We know that Celeste Rivas was last seen. We can't find any photos or videos of her all the way back to September 2024. We know that she ran away a handful of times, came back home a handful of times. Law enforcement came and got her in Hollywood Hills one time that we know of. But looking at all this timing, it just raises a lot of questions, and especially the fact that they are looking at this as a homicide, even though that the toxicology reports are still pending.
So, Branson, why do you think it?
So, they're looking at this as a homicide, of course, and we do know that Teslas have like a lot of cameras. It's a very technological car, and also, your cell phone is going to ping off certain towers. So they do know that he had went to like a remote area in California and spent several hours there. They don't know why. So that's like he was just saying, man, it's more questions than answers in this whole case. And they were saying that they didn't have any like video or anything like just verifying that she was alive past September 2024. So that's a long time. That's it's well over a year, and it's sad because they were saying that she ran away plenty of times. My condolences to the family, but obviously there was some type of family issues going on to make this teenager run away so many times. We don't know if it was her own choice or if she was if she was conned into doing it. But the result wasn't good for her. And anytime you have like teens who are rebellious and doing things like running away, sometimes you have to really just you know try to find some type of help, or try to sit down and try to have some type of intervention with them.